cave diving guide, led 7 people into the water. Along the way, divers began disappearing one by one, and the guide didn't notice, not until he turned around. Out of the original 7, only 3 were still behind him. He immediately led the remaining divers back, but when they finally surfaced, everyone's heart sank. Of the 4 who went missing, only 1 made it back to the surface. The other 3 were trapped deep inside the maze-like underwater caves, their air slowly running out until all of them died. And it all began with what seemed like an ordinary dive. In the summer of 1995, a Mexican couple who owned a dive shop, Harry and Mary, received a booking from a group of foreign tourists. Harry and Mary had no cave diving experience themselves, but they didn't want to lose the business, so they hired a local guide at the last minute. A man named Juan. Juan knew the caves well, but he didn't have cave diving certification either. The reason they chose him was simple: he was cheap. That day, 8 people entered the water together. The original plan was to stay near the main guideline, a relatively safe route, where accidents were rare. But shortly after the dive began, Juan made a sudden decision. He led the group past the warning signs, and deeper into the cave system. As they went farther in, the light faded, the water grew colder, and visibility dropped. Harry became uneasy. Feeling it was too dangerous to continue, he turned back alone, without telling anyone ahead. After swimming on for a while, Mary suddenly realized something was wrong. Her husband was gone. She assumed he had simply fallen behind, so she turned around to look for him. Seeing Mary turn back, 2 other divers followed her. What they didn't know was that the guide kept moving forward. At that moment, the group was completely split. 3 went back, 3 went forward. Between them lay a complex cave system with multiple branching paths. Before long, the 3 who turned back lost their sense of direction at a fork. They searched for the exit, but only swam deeper into the cave. Meanwhile, one didn't realize anything was wrong until he finally decided to turn around and count the group. That was when he saw it. Out of 7 people, only 3 remained. By the time he led them back to search, the 3 missing divers were already dead. The investigation later concluded that if those divers had stayed with the guide, they might have survived. But that didn't absolve the guide of responsibility. He was unqualified, violated gas management rules, took too many divers, and failed to place a safety diver at the rear. The tourists themselves also underestimated the dangers of cave diving. Inside a cave, a single hesitation, a single separation, is enough to decide life or death. After this incident, the Yucatán Peninsula introduced much stricter regulations for cave diving.